Hey guys, Sly here, and welcome back after another month. But we're back to playing some games. No more Warhammer, at least for the time being. We are in fact back here on Minecraft, but I decided that we're not going to be doing survival this time. We're actually just going to be playing on creative, considering that, you know, I still just kind of want to relax and chill. But we are in fact going to be going on to my server, because yes, I did reactivate my server. I actually made a creative mode world, and we're just going to experiment with building stuff, because admittedly I'm just kind of at the point where I just, you know, I just kind of want to chill. So, but yes, of course, I am very well aware it has been forever since I've streamed, which I do apologize for that, but I should actually be able to start doing more and more streams as the end of the school year is getting closer and closer, which does mean that I should be able to have more time to be able to do some stuff on YouTube and Twitch, which I'm pretty excited about. It's just this, I'm just going to be honest, has been one of the toughest school years I've had to go through. I don't want to really necessarily repeat myself on, you know, a bunch of that, but I just want to make sure that the vibes are still going on, and I hope that everyone has been, you know, has been doing pretty good. Sorry. Excuse me. Sorry, there's something stuck in my throat. Oh no. Am I choking on my first, like, real stream back? Fear not. Though, yeah, I've been getting, like, a bit iffy with my throat recently, which is kind of annoying. But I digress. Okay, hold on. Am I able to get this? Because I am also on the Discord, so there may or may not be some people who will be joining, and it just really just depends. So yes, I am on the loading screen right now because admittedly I don't want to get kicked out. So, but yeah, no, let's jump right into this, and I guess I might as well showcase what we've been doing on the server. So, because we've not touched the survival portion in 6 months. As a matter of fact, that last stream that I did with Minecraft, where I was with Shino and with Sylveon, that was the last time we played on it. So, and yes, I have to have my mods on, so yes, I do have Journey Map, although actually, can I move that to the side, yes or no? 'Cause I actually, minimap, yes, enable it. Yeah, I don't know how to position it though. Just make it a square, and then how do I scale it? So yes, I do have a couple of mods on, but it's mostly just for like me personally. So here we go. Okay. Okay, and then why am I not able to position that? What the hell? There we go. And then I don't know, I guess I'll just put all that next to it. I don't really know. I honestly don't really care. But yeah, we might as well showcase what this world is, because I don't think I've actually showcased this world to you guys. I know I've definitely showcased the survival world. But yeah, this is our non-modded world also. Okay, I didn't realize that was a new tab. Okay, cool. JEI's, whatever, who cares? I don't care for, like, we don't need just enough items. But yeah, I do have the Voxy mod on, so render distance is pretty much indefinite, which is good, because I really do hate how modern Minecraft forces me to have the stupid border behind. It's really kind of annoying. Also, actually, I'm going to turn on the music. At least a little bit. So yeah, let me just turn it down, like turn down my actual volume for you guys. So, but yeah. So yeah, this is our actually hold on, let me turn that down. I just don't want it to be too loud, but anyways, so yeah, this is a collaborative world that me, Sylveon, and a few of my other friends, we pretty much like started working on. And it pretty much all starts here at the world spawn, which is at 0, 0, as you can see. Probably barely see on the minimap. This up here is supposed to be sort of a walled area to the north. I still haven't figured out what I wanted to do here, but hopefully I'll figure that out soon enough. Going to the west, we've got ourselves a little temple right here. We've got ourselves our sacred book, which I'll let you guys decide, or I'll let you guys figure out what is exactly in that tome for personal reasons. We also got a little grove right here with a little mound, which leads all the way down to an ender portal, which I've not activated yet because I don't want to activate the end quite yet. But I do have like a bunch of magic stuff right there. And then what else we got over here? Oh yeah, I do have a recreation of a classic pre 1.14 village here, so just minus the villagers, just ignore the villagers for right now. But I've got every single major building recreated, so That's pretty nice. Also got some trees. And then this will eventually lead over to what we'll call Lego City, which is basically just all of the major Lego City buildings. Which so far we've made the 2005 police station, because why not? Because it's pretty funny. So it's also just the worst one out of all the police, or it's one of the worst. There's worse police stations that they've eventually made, but yeah, you get the point. It's essentially just, again, it's just a recreation of the 2005 thing. And then we've also got something that Sylveon made, Sylveland. So yeah, this is gonna be kind of a theme park sort of thing. So yeah, you got the Italian flag because we respect all of our Italians here. Yeah, of course we got the thing, but yeah, like he made the track, I pretty much made everything around it. So yeah, it's all just pink and purple and like, you know, this maroon color because those are his favorite colors. So, but let's take a bit of a ride here. So yeah, it starts off, you know, pretty slow, but then you go up this ramp, which will lead up into the clock tower, as you can clearly tell what that is. This would be terrifying, by the way, if this was in real life. Then this leads us. Wee! Wee! God, this is such a cool track he made. And then it leads us into this other building, right? And oh no, this is so scary over here. I wonder where this is gonna lead. Oh boy, this is too terrifying for me. Dang, I should have showcased this last. Now I think about it, because I'm already kind of ruining it. I kind of already showcased the best thing. And again, I did not make this track. Sylvie made this track, so this is his work. Yeah, now we're inside the building, which you'll see what it is in a second. Oh, alright, go down here. And that's the ride. Hell yeah. So, yeah. Again, we're not finished with the clock tower. As a matter of fact, there is something that is inside here. So yeah, there is supposed to be a working mechanism inside the clock tower itself. But I've not activated it yet. So let me see if I can activate it, or at least... Yeah, I'll need to have Sylvie help me with that one, but... Or... Wait. Oh, shoot. Oh! I think he already tried doing it again. Okay. Something went wrong. Okay, there we go. Okay, he did make it. Never mind. That one ended up being useless. God damn it. I feel like such a fool. Anyways. Wait. Oh, no, okay. Anyways, this is... On top of this, it's supposed to be like a nightclub, essentially. Or like some sort of a restaurant. So... yeah, that's what this is supposed to be. But dang, I didn't realize he put it all the way down there. But yeah, it's supposed to be a TP command. And then as far as this is, well, spoiler alert, is supposed to be a restaurant or like a food court of sorts. So yeah, a ride that goes through a restaurant. Go figure. So, and then yeah, he did recreations of those paintings and this thing, because why not? So, all right, let's continue, I guess. I'm just kind of giving a tour of this. So here on the east side, we've got 2 recognitions of our favorite franchises. We've got the Graveyard of Dead franchises and the Museum of Ongoing franchises. So yeah, we've got so many franchises that we've talked about throughout the Caspian Game Awards, or even just the Sly and Ree tier list, or even just stuff that maybe I've just kind of casually thrown away or just may have talked about briefly. And pretty much it's a graveyard of every dead franchise. So yeah, I'm not gonna take a look at every single one of them, but yeah, you can probably see which ones are here. And yeah, it's pretty sad. So, and there's more to come. So, but we also do have a mausoleum, which I don't even want to go in there because it's just going to make me cry. But there is also another building in here. It's called the Crypt of Shame. So, and I do have a disclaimer on here. If you like any of these franchises, that's fine. They are just franchises I do not like, or am personally just kind of glad are gone. So, that nether portal is important for later, but so far we've got bunch of dead Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon franchises right there. So, and this will be expanded upon. Fret not. So we've got the real estate for it. But this nether portal is a prison to hell. So yeah, I literally made a prison in hell for like the worst of the worst, which so far, yeah, rocket power fits. So it's literally hell. So on the flip side of that, let's go over to the Museum of Ongoing franchises. So pretty much this is just like any franchise that still has any ongoing media that's been going on since what, 2022 onwards, or still like and that's still going on since 2022. This is pretty much what this museum is. So we got Mario, Zelda, GTA, wait, hold on, I gotta check that, because okay, actually, okay, we'll not go down there quite yet, but you get the point. This is essentially a museum dedicated to pretty much all of my favorite franchises. If you guys remember a year and a half ago, whenever I remade my very first world from my very first Minecraft video, and then just kind of expanded upon that, I did also make a museum very similar to this. So the only reason why I didn't transfer all that over to this world is because that used a lot of modded assets that unfortunately are stuck on 1.16, since this is 26.1. those aren't going to be able to be transferred, which is really annoying. But I digress. And then on the top, we've got ourselves my personal favorite franchises that are still going on. So including some that have been revived. Yeah, like Castlevania, for example, because it's getting a new game, which is crazy. So, and yeah, Shantae got a new game last year. John Wick is getting some new stuff. Of course, Hazbin Hotel and Hell of a Boss, they're both getting their season 3s soon, which is pretty nice. So, but then you probably saw that we've also got what I call the basement of concerns. So basically franchises that I like, or at least I'm kind of indifferent about, but I'm kind of worried about their futures. So, yeah, Killing Floor and Payday. I love Killing Floor and Payday's, like, both of their sequels, but not their threequels. Call of Duty, Marathon, City Skylines, yeah, like... It's supposed to just kind of be like a showcase of just what I'm kind of concerned about in the future. Because the future ain't looking too bright right now. So, yeah. I don't have anything in film yet. Although I think I definitely have some ideas for what I want to put in there. Yeah, because this is video games, this is television, this is film, and then I just made a fourth haul just in case if there's anything else that I want to add. But then, we're even going below that. We've got the Tunnel of Misery. Which, same disclaimer, if you like these franchises, that's fine, but these are franchises that I don't really care for at all. So, that are still going on, by the way. Somehow. Yeah, a lot of video game franchises. Yeah, like how the hell is Until Dawn? Like, please let Until Dawn die. I swear to God. Oh, and yeah, film. Okay, here's a bit of an inside joke. So every time that I go down here, and either my friend Saimori or Goldie are in the call, and I'm in this world, I always have to make a pilgrimage specifically to this. The Purge. I have a bit of a background for this. So basically, so like a year after I've known Goldie, so like this is after whenever we did our first like Hitman tier list. I remember like, and this is whenever we were still doing our like voice acting project. I remember, like, I don't remember exactly what it was. I think we were talking about, like, slasher franchises that we don't like. And then I was like, well, at least it's not something like The Purge. And then Goldie was like, yeah, well, The Purge is stupid. And he went on this whole tangent. And that's... Keep in mind, he's not seeing any of the movies. That's whenever I told him, and spoilers for The Purge... That's whenever I told him it's like, okay, the killers in The Purge, they're just feds. They're not, like, actually crazy people. They're people hired by the government to kill people. And then that was like, well, that just makes it even worse. And then he went on another tangent because of that. So... Because you know how much I love it whenever my friends go on huge-ass tangents. It's always, like, the funniest things ever. To be fair, I do it as well, but you get the point. So, and then whenever I made this basement, like several months ago, I showed Sai this, and then he was like, yeah, makes sense. And then I told him the whole thing about the, you know, the killers being in The Purge being the, like, being feds. And then Sai was like, yeah, no, that's stupid. The same reaction as Goldie, which is hilarious. So, but again, if you like The Purge, that's fine. But like, it's kind of become another inside joke for us. It's kind of like Benny from Fallout. He's just become a meme for all of us. So, but yeah, that's the Museum of Ongoing Franchises. So just to celebrate and I guess celebrate what's going on. Which then I guess leads us over here, which is the spooky district. So yeah, I made this around Halloween. Boo, haunted house. So I did take some ideas from other people as far as making this, but yeah, we got ourselves the the living room or the den or whatever you want to call it, and then we've got ourselves the second floor where we've got the bedrooms. Pretty cool. We've got a little balcony here as well. What else? Got the kitchen, and then that leads us to the basement. So we got a bunch of storage, but then we also got, oh, plants. Okay. Totally not a reference to a horror franchise. Which, if you know, I guess you can comment down below on like the post YouTube video of this. I don't know. But I guess I might as well showcase the rest of this world. So, which leads us to the historic downtown. So, got a little hotel here for our guests, because why not? And then we've got a fountain. I also decided to make a mosque because I thought it was cooler than just having a normal ass church. So, why not? And then, yeah, you're probably seeing this building. We'll go over there in a second, but right now let's explore this building. Which, you know, at first it's like, okay, it's kind of cool. Got a little gift shop right here. Got a registration right here. We've also got, oh, okay. Looks like it's some sort of a family establishment that is very familiar to us. Okay, okay. And then we've got what's supposed to be the kitchen, but I didn't add anything yet. And we got ourselves a garage. And then got ourselves the locker rooms. And then we've got ourselves what is supposed to be like a bit of an arcade. FNAF. I should have. I'm sorry. I didn't specify. But whatever. This is supposed to be like a FNAF thing, but because I don't have any mods, it doesn't look like FNAF. But it's the vague illusion of it being a FNAF location. So yeah, Price Corner, Pirates Cove, boys' restroom, girls' restroom, supply closet, and then the main office back here. Because of course. And then parts and service, stage. So, although, wait, did I remember to do it? Oh, this is a bit of a secret. Shh. Whoa! I've not even told a soul on that one. So, you guys are the first ones to see that, if anyone's even watching this. Anyways, here we go. Let's go to the convention hall. Yeah, it's the ABC Convention Hall. Yes, that's what this is. And yes, they might be giants, because why not? Because it's funny. I was thinking about this months ago. So we've got convention space. We've got all of our favorite lovely people here. Wait. Yeah, we got all of our special guests. Because of course, there is supposed to be a second floor, but I haven't worked on that yet. And then let's go down a little bit further. We've got a little marketplace right here. I guess kind of a farmer's market, but also just kind of a thing going on right here. Here we got our library, our little local library branch. Kids book, teens books. Got the fiction, non-fiction storage room. And then yeah, Sylvie made this brick pyramid because of course he can. And then we got ourselves an ice cream stand and a hot dog stand. If anyone knows where these are from, you guys are legends. So, and then of course Sylvie also made that tree, but he also made the Krusty Krab. So yeah, the galley grab. So, and then we've got restrooms, and then of course Mr. Krabs' office right here. I don't think he put anything in the back. No, he didn't. Okay. And then last but not least, we've got ourselves a school over here, or at least what is supposed to be a school, but I'm like a third of the way done. So this might sound weird, but I've been thinking about my middle school recently. Because for those who don't know, a lot of the people that like, or some of the people that I still regularly talk to, we went to like the same school. And I don't know why, but I was specifically thinking about middle school of all things. So I decided, you know what? I'm gonna try to recreate my middle school, at least to the best of my knowledge. Granted, it's not 100% accurate, and if there's anyone who knows what this school is, please don't dox, because there's a reason why I don't like talking about my personal life. But yeah, so far I've got 8th grade English hall, library, restrooms, 8th grade English, 8th grade math, courtyard, another 8th grade math. You got 8th grade history, another 8th grade history, and then 8th grade science, another 8th grade science. And again, it's been like over a decade since I've been to this school, so like I don't remember exactly every single detail. Okay, that kind of scared me. The music kind of scared me. God damn it. Okay, yeah, restrooms. And then, yeah, there was a 7th grade science down here. Kind of sketch. And yeah, art class. And then we've got family and consumer sciences, which is basically like your cooking class. So it's supposed to be like the principal's office, and then nurse's office, STEM. So yeah, your STEM class. And then health class, detention class, if you can call that a class. And then we got the gym, and this is supposed to be the locker rooms down here. So boys locker room, girls locker room. And then this is going to be the band room right here. And then we wrap around, and we got 7th grade world geography, 7th grade math, 7th grade geography, 7th grade English, 7th grade English, 7th grade science, 7th grade math. And then this is going to be the cafeteria, restrooms, and then the commons. So yeah, that, I know I just took kind of like 30 minutes of the stream just talking about what I've got built, but I don't know, I guess this is kind of what we've been working on for the past 6 months, as far as just kind of doing whatever. Which, yes, I know not the most impressive stuff to be building in like the past 6 months, but I don't know, I've just been thinking about Minecraft a lot lately. So, and again, I still have the server up, so if there's anyone who eventually, you know, joins in the PC, and they have Java, they can easily join on the server. So, but yeah, enough chatting. Let's get to building. So I guess since I've been working on my school, I might as well finish that, right? Can't really think of anything else to do, right? So that said, though, it is going to be a little awkward trying to figure this one out, but I think I can manage. And again, keep in mind, this is not a 100% accurate build of my school. As a matter of fact, that would probably be a very bad idea for very obvious reasons. So, but this is just kind of how I remember it. So, and again, I've just been kind of feeling a weird sense of like nostalgia. I don't know why. You know, like, it's like most people would say, oh, middle school was like kind of a lame part of my life, but I'll be honest, middle school was just a lot better for me than high school. And I mean, honestly, that's pretty reflective on a lot of the stuff I did early on YouTube. Because for those who don't know, my original channel was called Sly the Warrior. I changed it in 2022, but essentially, I just I was going through a lot throughout my high school years, if I'm gonna be honest. Which, for reference, was like the mid to late 2010s. Just as like a vague reference for everyone. And yeah, I'll be honest, I just didn't really have that good of a time throughout most of high school. Again, this is like pre-COVID, so... And... I don't know, just... It was just kind of lame. So, and to be fair, there was some stuff that was absolutely bullshit about middle school. And hey, the unknown VR, welcome to the stream. How you doing? But no, I guess, like, don't get it twisted. There was some terrible stuff that happened to me in middle school. Don't get it wrong. At the same time, though, I don't know. I just kind of remember it was a simpler time. I guess is what I'm trying to say. But no, I'm doing pretty good. Just kind of finally getting started back on, like, actually building a Minecraft world as opposed to just yapping, so I apologize for that. Sorry, I tend to notice I am a bit of a yapper. So, or at least whenever I get really into something. But yeah, hopefully we can actually finish this school up, because... goddamn, I need to remember how this school was like, because it's been forever since I've been here. Although I think I can remember.
Sign up today and be a winner.
Also, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the Sly Army.
Soon.
Good to see Roxy's still with us here. I love to see her every time. Okay. I'm trying to remember. Okay, because this was like a newer hallway at the time, if I remember correctly. So, and I think I remember. Yes, I remember what classes were down here, or at least most of them. So, what did I use for this? Yes, I used smooth stone. But yeah, no. How are you doing today, as far as your whole thing, your mood, your life, your struggles, all the above? All right, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, I feel like I should work on the commons first. Yeah, I think I should probably do that, because I remember this one way more. So I don't have too many struggles. Fair enough. making sure everyone's doing fine. I don't want to feel like anyone's being too awkward with anything, so... Oh, dang, okay. Okay, yeah, let's just work on this back first, because, again, it's been forever since I've been to middle school. Again, it's been over a decade, so... I just barely remember what was here, though. I do remember all of this, though, because I do remember that there was a window right there, and then... Because this was kind of a small cafeteria, too. It wasn't, like, the biggest in the world. Also, I do remember always being late to breakfast, so I always... Because my bus was always late to getting to class, which is really annoying, but, you know. Again, it was a different time. I screwed that up. Dang. Alright, 3s, and then 1, 2, 3. I will say, I actually have no idea what I want to build after I'm done with this middle school. I mean, I could build the high school, but I kind of don't want to. If anything, I just want to make a different high school. Although, I guess, what am I missing? Because I have a few ideas of what I want to eventually do on this world later. And again, obviously all my friends, they can work on this world as well. It's not just me working on this. But I've just been in the mood, so build your house. Which house? That's the thing. I've been through so many houses. And actually, now I think about it, I haven't lived in my latest house since August. Dang. Yeah, because for context, I've moved so many times. It was really annoying, but... I mean, that wouldn't actually be a bad idea. Just don't know where to put it, is the thing. Yeah, whatever. I'll keep that one in mind. So... Also, yeah, I have no idea what to put underneath all this. If I even want to put anything. But yeah, no, this was kind of a smaller cafeteria, if I remember correctly. It's kind of interesting. It is kind of interesting knowing, that this was kind of the only school that now I think. Oh, no. There were 2 schools I remember where they had dedicated cafeterias, because both the elementary schools that I went to, they didn't have dedicated cafeterias, like specific, like areas that were specifically like cafeterias only. But my intermediate and middle school did. So, because yes, I went to an intermediate school, which is kind of annoying. Build every single house you've ever lived. That's gonna be impossible. Because I've moved so many houses. It's ridiculous. Because I'm trying to remember. Because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've lived in 7 houses, man. That's gonna be a lot for me to try to remember. Maybe not necessarily impossible, but that's going to be a challenge. So, especially since 2 of them were from childhood, and I unfortunately barely remember. Well, no, I remember my childhood. I guess it's just, I don't remember specifically everything from all my houses. Although, to be fair, I do miss certain houses. So, I might decide to recreate both of those. At least to the best of my, remember knowledge. So 6 houses, dang. Yeah, honestly, I've always just been kind of annoyed about the fact that I've moved so many times, so I don't blame, I don't know how you feel about moving, but it's just a pain in the ass. So it's gonna be set. Dang, another move. I hope you've at least been like enjoying, like, I hope you like. Dang. Sorry, I guess it's just, yeah. That is true. It does depend on wherever you move, because at the end of the day, you know, sometimes you do move into an amazing area, other times you do kind of move into a shitty area. It just kind of depends. So, but dang. Well, good luck for sure, because yeah, you can certainly need it. All right. Yeah, I think. Yeah, if I think I'm just gonna, if I were to recreate any of the houses I lived in, I'm probably just gonna recreate the ones that I liked the most, because I'll be honest, there's definitely some houses that I don't want to remember that I lived in. 120. Excuse me. So it also didn't help that that house was kind of sketchy as hell, but that's the point. Also, again, by the way, this is partially where this, you know, not 100% accurate kind of comes in, because I know for a fact this is not how this cafeteria was exactly laid out. It was extended a little bit more, but honestly, it's been so long that some of the details are just naturally gonna, yeah, they're naturally just gonna go away. But it's fine, it's fine. I don't have to recreate everything 100%. And besides, school probably won't even provide maps of the building anyways, for very fair and obvious reasons, because, you know, yeah. That said, though, I will say, it's been fine living in the apartment that I've been staying at, though. I mean, I do have certain opinions about some of my roommates, but it's been fine. It does kind of suck, though, that I'm gonna have to move out of here again in July. Speaking of moving, but you know, that's just kind of how university goes. That's how university apartments go, I guess, if you want to switch rooms. But it is what it is. Alright. Oh, yeah! Okay, so here's the cool thing about the middle and high school that I went to. And I don't know if every single school had this, but I know mine did. So, in this little corner, I do remember we had an a la carte. Which, for those who don't know, basically, an a la carte in a school basically is a bunch of, like, meals, sweets, and treats that you can buy during lunch with, to be fair, extra money, but you can pretty much just buy whatever you want. I went to this shit every single day, and it was awesome. Because I remember I got, like, pizza rolls here, I've gotten, like, Hershey chocolate bars here, I got some like Hostess stuff. It was sick. So yeah, this part was awesome. So yeah, I just don't know how to represent it though, because admittedly this part was sick. Also, did the music cut off? What the hell? Why is there no music? Actually, I guess a cake. There. There. That's your a la carte. Although this isn't actually entirely inaccurate, though, which is the funny part. So, alright, and then I guess we can just use diorite for the tray. Which, okay, here is actually something I do remember that was stupid about my middle school. So we had 3 separate lunch periods. We had A lunch, B lunch, C lunch. It's to help distribute the time between students and all that. I remember, so my 5th hour, we had like 7 class hours. My fifth hour was typically when lunch was. I remember I had A lunch for most of the yeah, I had A lunch for the most of the first semester of my 7th grade. But pretty much near the middle of the of 7th grade, like in the middle of my 7th grade period, we had to take certain courses where it's like, you know, this, you know, safe sex sort of course that middle schools typically have. You know, we had that for like, I think, a 2-week period. And pretty much we the thing is, though, is that for that like 2-week period for our like health courses, because it took up both PE and health because they were in the same hour, it took up both of those like time slots. But the thing is that they decided that they were going to change, like for that 2-week period, they were going to change us to C lunch, which that wouldn't have been a problem. But the problem is that I'm a very picky eater, and I knew that this day we were gonna have like super like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches because I don't like jelly. So it's not that I'm allergic to peanuts, but I just don't like jelly. But they had a second option for like chicken sandwiches. I'm telling you, by the time that like we finally got to that lunch, they ran out of chicken sandwiches, and I just straight up didn't eat lunch because I didn't have enough food for a la carte, because I think they had a la carte shut down for that day too. It pissed me off so much. And it also didn't help that for most of, you know, middle and high school, I remember we had I had C lunch so many times, and it was so annoying. Like, I hated it because I'm trying to remember, because 7th grade first semester was A lunch, second semester was C lunch, and then what was my, and then 8th grade, all of it was C lunch, and then okay, I did have A lunch in 9th grade, I do remember that, but 10th grade, that shit was C lunch the whole time. And then, yeah, it wasn't until like my junior year where I finally got B lunch. So, which is like okay, I guess, because I had history classes during that. But God, it was so annoying. It was so annoying whenever I got so many C lunch periods, especially when they started running out of food. Because that's the thing that was so stupid too. Is whenever they like run out of food, because that wasn't the first time that happened to me. That shit happened to me multiple times in like my sophomore year too. It was dumb. Again, I can go on and on about my life when it comes to middle and high school. I don't want to bore anyone, so, but God, no bueno. No freaking bueno is what I would describe that. Okay. I'm pretty sure there wasn't actually a garage here, but I'm just gonna put a garage back here, because why not? You know? Because, yeah, what else am I gonna put back here? So, yeah. Actually, yeah, I can just make this brick. Why the hell not? Yeah, where's the Minecraft music? Is that a bug? I'm sorry, it's getting awkward that there's no Minecraft music playing. Because I have it all the way up. Yeah, like what the hell? Ugh, whatever. What freaking ever. I guess. Alright, well, let's just keep working on this. Oh, sorry, I keep tabbing out. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to make sure I got everything working. Yep, okay, yeah, we're good. Okay. So... Alright. Yeah, and then... we got this hallway. Which, yeah, this was just like a secondary exit. It was never an entrance, though. It was always like an exit to the commons area. Which, for some reason, the commons was in the back of the school. Which I never really like, in hindsight, I don't understand why. This is just kind of an awkward thing. Oh, there we go. Yeah. This is always a weird... It's always weird. That said, though, yeah, I do need to extend this a little bit more. Yeah, because this was a huge commons. And then... shall this connect? It finally connects! Hell yeah. I mean, there's going to be some polishing we're going to have to do here. Because you have no idea what's going to go in here. Well, I do, but... well, yeah. Oh, crap. Okay. Dang. Okay, maybe this was actually a lot bigger than I remember it being. Huh. Because this is at least somewhat to scale. That's... whatever, it's fine. I might have to look at pictures of, like, the outside of the school. Because I do remember where, like... I do remember what all this stuff was back here. Okay, there's the music. We got the music back, ladies and gentlemen. Hell yeah. we go. Because I do remember this was a hallway. Actually, yeah, I think I'm gonna have to take up this whole space for what needs to be here. If I remember correctly. Yeah, because this was a decent amount of space, too. There we go. Okay, yeah, this is definitely gonna need the space, so make the wall here. Because they need to gauge just how big this was. Yeah, I think... Yeah. I think that's a decent amount of space, right? Okay, there we go. Do you remember that there were at least some... I mean, there was at least a window right there. And then... yeah, because we had a second courtyard here. It's very interesting. Because I don't even remember there was any, like, legit way to access this. But, you know, was what it was. Okay, yeah, I think I've just kind of realized I am gonna have to take up this whole entire space. Because, well, this was the theater. Yes, this whole chunk right here was the theater room. And oh boy, was it was it big? So, oh shoot. Or at least it's gonna take up a big chunk. Not necessarily all of it, but like just enough. Okay, is this evened? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay, we gotta make this. Gotta make this a little wider. Which, well, we'll make these classrooms a little wider as well. Although this one, I do remember it had like a red wall, like it had like a brick wall. Yes, I've been in most of the rooms in this entire school. It's kind of crazy. All right. Here we go. And I got this. I'd say that's about right, if memory serves. And yeah, that's big enough for a class. So and then yeah, that's actually kind of funny that the only thing I've never been into is the nurse's office or nurse's station. That's the only one I've never been into. So yeah, this is gonna be interesting to potentially compare and contrast, because I've never been in this. Because I actually never had a reason to go to the nurse's office in at least the middle school. Now the high school, I've been to that one like a couple of times, but not the middle school one. So, yeah. Also, yeah, I'm gonna make the fax room a little bigger. Actually, now that I think about it, I think this was actually another classroom. I just don't know or remember what type of class it was. So, yeah, if I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember. I do remember it did also have wood paneling, so. Yeah, okay, maybe. Dang, okay. Again, I've only been back here once. No, twice. One of them for stupid reason, the other one for something that ended up being fine. But no, at least the school, like, the school itself, it's coming together, I'd say. Again, I'm pretty sure it's the largest building. It's like, as far as width, it's definitely the largest thing. It's even, obviously, what's taller is the clock tower. But actually, what's really taller is that thing. But you get the point. Alright. Get this shit built! Please and thank you. Dang, okay. I think I might need to start coming up with my own different soundtracks from like different games, because I hate how the Minecraft music's just not playing. I might have to start just coming up with a playlist on like YouTube or something. Actually, is there a playlist of this on YouTube? Like, that's a genuine question. Yeah, let's... Let's do... 2026. Okay. Okay, here we go. All right, we're gonna add our own Minecraft music on this, because this ain't enough. I'm sorry, but this is just not enough for me. I need to have... Yeah, I need to have a different thing. So I'm gonna add source. I'm gonna do background music. And then... Okay, there we go. Alright, so we're gonna turn off the in-game music, and we're just gonna start using music from, like, this from now on, because I have to have my Minecraft music when I'm playing Minecraft. Just make sure it's working. Okay. There we go. This was sorely missed. Hell yeah. Yeah, apparently this playlist also includes the all the new Minecraft music that has been added since, like, what, 1.19? So... Or not 1.19, 1.15 or 1.14. God damn it. I was thinking of 2019, but it's fine. It's fine. Alright, but yeah, black box. Because that's what this is. Because, ladies and gentlemen, this was called the Black Box Theater. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm turning that down for you guys. Just a little bit. I shouldn't get copyrighted for this. Is literally the music that's in Minecraft. Although this, I don't remember that being in the game. What the hell? Oh, there we go. I know this song. It's the sad Minecraft song. Yeah. I know this song. The song is so sad. Alright. Dang, this is a lot louder. But yeah. It's the sad song. It's the sad Minecraft song. You know? Okay. Dang, I don't know how to make this in the correct levels. Whatever, it's fine. Just fine. Should probably check that. There we go. I know I keep pausing, checking chat, but you never know. You never know. But no, I wasn't kidding whenever I said that this was called the Black Box Theater. Because that's what it is. It's literally a theater in a giant black box. It was actually the oldest part of the school, if I remember correctly, because this was built in, like, what, the 1950s or something? So, which is kind of crazy. Because this used to be like this used to just be like a separate gym building before they built around it and just made the middle school. Which is, you know, crazy to think about. Yeah, let's build the... Wait, what? Oh my god, that was a part of the freaking song. Fuck off. God damn it. Okay, let's change that. You can't do that. God damn it. It's like, why the hell are there chickens? Oh, god damn it. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There we go. Oh, god damn it. There we go. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is the entrance to the Black Box Theater. So, yeah, this is theater class, essentially, is what that was. So, yeah. How? Why were these always 4? I mean, these were 3. This was 4. Okay, yeah. Just make this. Yeah, we'll make this hallway 4 wide. Although. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, this needs to be a long classroom, because this right here is the computer class. Or was the computer class, so I don't know if they still have those. I mean, I imagine they do, but actually, yeah, that looks more like that. There we go. Yeah, no. Computer class. Which freaking sucked. Yeah, this was like one of the fucking worst. I hated this class. But I digress. Alright. Oh, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then, yeah, it's got to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wide. 6, 7, 8, 9. this was technically the classroom for the theater class teacher, but it was also technically like a film class, so yeah, this was a good... Yeah, I never got into the film class because it kept getting filled up, which was really annoying. Yeah, I have no idea. These classes could be now, but... crap. Yeah. Alright. And then, yeah, this was just a normal classroom right here. I just don't know what type of class this was, is the problem. At least I don't really remember. Got that. And then this was also a classroom, it was just another room. What it was, I don't remember. However, what I do remember was in this other hallway. Let's even this out a little bit. 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. What I do remember is, yeah, we go down this hallway. Okay, I can probably like split that up. Ooh, okay. Yeah, I actually could just make that into a janitor's closet. But I do distinctly remember at the end of this hallway were 2 separate doors. Because, well, get the best color of this. So we got wood. Nah, I can just make it sandstone. Because this right here was the woodshop class. So, or at least this was the woodshop room, I should say. Yeah, because we had industrial tech in our class, like in our school. Also, I think I just realized. Yeah, there should be restrooms. So I think I'll just make these 2 restrooms here. Just kind of looking at it. They're the same size. 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. Okay, we'll just push this back. Push this back to part 1. There we go. Yeah, because I actually took woodshop class. So yeah. And I say that because, well, this was the room where the main classroom was for the industrial tech class. Yeah, it's just down the hall. So, yeah. So that's fun. Oh my god. Dang, it's just kind of crazy though, just looking at the layout of this building. I'm so... Again, it's just kind of a weird sense of nostalgia for me, as I mentioned earlier. So... But, yeah. Alright, let's... Where's that stone flooring? Polished andesite. There we go. Okay. And don't worry, I'll label. Also, welcome back on VR. How you doing? Welcome back. Just getting this little corner done, and I'm just kind of making shit up because I actually don't think this is where the restrooms were. So, yeah, I'm doing fine. Just kind of ranting about my school life, just kind of reminiscing in a weird way. Although, okay, if I remember, I think this was a SPED class, if I remember, like a special education class. I don't remember what this was. But this was industrial tech, I do remember that. And then this was the wood shop. And then, funny enough, this was actually like some random archery thing. Because we had an archery tournament at our school. Yeah, middle schoolers with the bow and arrow. Which maybe 10 years ago would have been fine, but like, I'd be terrified seeing a middle schooler with a bow nowadays. So, archery's crazy. It's fun, because I've done archery. Actually, as a matter of fact, in this same middle school, we were like for 7th and 8th grade. Because keep in mind, this was a 7th and 8th grade middle school. They didn't have 6th grade in it, but they had 7th and 8th grade. One of the things for our PE was archery. It was the thing that we did during like November, December. So like near the end of the first semester. So, but what's kind of crazy about that is that I actually did archery before that at summer camp. So I already had the experience on how to do archery. And I still do, but it's been so long since I've even used a bow. But I remember how you're supposed to use like a bow, but it is what it is. But yeah, no, I don't even want to imagine what middle schoolers are doing with archery nowadays, because that sounds terrifying. Because admittedly, part of the reason why I've been starting to reminisce about middle school for me is partially just due to what I've been hearing about online with like schools nowadays, because I've been hearing that there's been like statistics that like over 50% of like middle schoolers can't even read at like a 4th grade level, which is just, it honestly just kind of makes me feel a bit sad. Because I know a lot of it is not the kids' fault. It's the parents and just the way in which, you know, schools have been, you know, operating for a long time. There's just a lot of systemic issues that kind of just allowed that to happen. Which I know people are going to point to, like, the iPads and the phones, which, yes, that is a part of it. But I'd also blame the parents. Yeah, like, yes, like, I agree that part of it is TikTok, but also part of it is the parents' fault. Because who allows the go on TikTok? Their parents. So, and keep in mind, these people, like, the parents, they're not much older than me. They're probably, like, 5 years older than me, which, that's kind of crazy. So, yeah, exactly, that's what it is. It's just straight up neglect, just having your child just look at a phone for their entire freaking life, and it's just sad. I mean, don't get it twisted, like, trust me, in high school, I was pretty guilty of being on my phone a lot, but, like, I still made sure to not, you know, have it during, like, class hours, unless if our teacher not only allowed it, but also kind of required us to use said phones. So, and keep in mind, it really wasn't that long ago since I was even in middle and high school. You know, like, it's been almost, it may have been almost a decade since I've been in high school, but that was like, what, 8-9 years ago? That ain't that long ago. It's just crazy just hearing all the stories of what's going on in schools now. At least in America. I don't know how it is in, like, the UK or, in, like, other countries, but it's been whack here in the States. Just to put it bluntly. So, there's some educational stuff in there. Yeah, but, like, parents aren't doing that. That's the problem. They're throwing their kids onto, like, YouTube Kids, and they're getting shown, like, AI slop. Or they're just getting sent, like, whatever the most recent brain rot type of content is. So, okay, UK. Again, I don't know how what it's like in the UK. I'd imagine it's something very similar though. So, but as someone who lives in the United States, I can tell you it's pretty bad here. So, oh my god, it's rough. All right. So yeah, I don't know. That's just kind of made me somewhat think about my middle school and high school year, and even like elementary school. So I also went to an intermediate school, which for those who don't know, it's basically a middle school, but only with 5th and 6th graders. I don't know why my school district was set up that way, because normally middle school is supposed to be 6th, 7th, 8th, but for some reason they just split it up into 2 separate buildings. Although, to be fair, this is kind of a small... Now I think about it, this school is actually kind of small, so... Fair enough. But yeah, no, that's just kind of... That's just been kind of making me think about my childhood and teenage years. So... This is kind of everything. That's massive. I mean, it's big, but like also keep in mind that because again, this is based off of my actual middle school that I went to as a kid. It's not completely accurate. As a matter of fact, there's supposed to be classrooms alongside both of those right there, but trust me, I've seen bigger. Because keep in mind that the school district I went to only had one middle school, and it was outside of a bigger city where there were like, I think at least 6 or 7 middle schools, and they were just as big, if not bigger. So, but yeah, no, I think this was the special education room now I think about it. Because I'm trying to remember what classrooms I was in for what, because I was in that for English, that for math, that for social studies, that for science, that for art, those 2 for PE, that one for art, and then first semester, what was the other class I had? Wait, did I list all my classes? Oh, yeah. I had all those for my first semester of 7th grade. And then I was in here, but I was in here for what was called like E-Time, I-Time, which is basically just kind of an extracurricular, like fun activity sort of class that they did at the end of the school. So I was in there for the first quarter, and then I was in that room for the second quarter. And I actually had a bunch of videos that I recorded all the way back in like 2014 on my old YouTube channel that I had on this, but I've since deleted because they were shit, just to be frank. But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, no, I guess I don't know. I guess I'm just not as familiar with other middle schools, so I don't know how big middle schools are, like either outside of the Middle West or in like other countries. So should keep those videos for memories. Well, I've since deleted those videos a long time ago, like 10 years ago I deleted them. I do have a bunch of other videos that I made back then, but they weren't from whenever I was recording in here, because audio quality's bad, video quality's bad, and like it was just more embarrassing for me. But I still have like my oldest video that I uploaded. It's just privated right now. So but either way, regardless, it is still a time capsule. Just kind of thinking. Especially, yeah, like 2014. Holy shit, man. That was a long ass time ago. Like, it was a long time ago, but also it wasn't that long ago. You know, it's one of those things where it's like, God damn, I remember doing dumb shit as a kid, but like at the same time, it really wasn't that long ago whenever I was a kid. I don't know, it's just... I don't know, I don't want to go too deep tonight. I don't want to be like, you know, Mr. Philosophical, you know, time is relative to however you see it. I don't want to be that guy right now. So, otherwise I'm going to fry my brain. And maybe cry about how much I'm grown up. Okay, yeah, I don't know what to make this room, because I'm pretty sure this was like, I think this was also a special education room, but I feel like I only really want one, unless I make this one special education 7th grade and then special education 8th grade. Yeah, I think I might do that, actually. That said, though, I'm just gonna make this the door so that there's a little bit of variance. But anyways, I'm trying to also remember... Whatever, I don't want to get distracted. I want to keep at least building the layout for tonight. Also, I'm pretty sure this hallway was a bit more wooden. Like, there was a lot more like wooden panels around, if I remember correctly. So I'm not just gonna keep this like quartz. I will actually change it, but I'm just kind of interested more in so just at least getting the basic structure of it. Also, holy shit, we're almost running out of time tonight. Oh no. Whatever. If I have to extend the time of tonight's stream, I will. Because I've been having fun just building this. Okay, we're not playing the creepy music. Come on. We're not doing that. God damn it. God damn it. I didn't realize the soundtrack also had the music discs on it. That's crazy. Also, yeah, I think this class down here had a different floor plan. So I'm gonna give this... Ooh, what should I make this? I can do granite, why not? Yeah, like, I'm starting to remember this hallway now, because this hallway, there was a lot more... Okay, why is all these tracks creepy? No. I don't want to play creepy music, it's not Halloween. It's not even half Halloween yet, that's not until like a couple weeks from now. I don't like that. Okay. So I got this going. definitely had this type of floor paneling. Actually, now that I think about it, I think I might have actually literally done every single, I want to say I actually did every single elective in middle school. Like, elective course. Because I'm trying to think what classes I didn't, like, take. That's something I had to dig up in a memory box or something, because I genuinely don't remember what other courses they had, because... As far as, like, the... Okay, I think... No, because, yeah, everyone had to take sports. With, like, PE, and then health. But not everyone had to take computer class. And not everyone had to do industrial tech. There wasn't like a business class. I don't think there was anyways. The closest thing that could have been to that would be like the STEM class or the FACS class, but you know. It is kind of crazy though, just how huge these classrooms were. Because these were twice as big as normal classrooms. Because, you know, they were the computer labs essentially. Like the computer, yeah, they were the computer labs. So... It's just kind of crazy thinking about that. This guy. Yeah, I might have to ask some people about the, Yeah, I might have to, like, ask some people if they remember what the middle school layout was. Because I still keep in touch with a few people who went to the same school as me. Although that number has been wearing thin. Very thin. I digress though. This was actually a back end. This was a back exit. Yeah, I definitely do remember that these hallways definitely had a different color to them. So I'll need to figure that one out. Yeah, because it looked more like this hallway. If I I'm starting to remember, or at least starting up until like right here. Plus, it would give me an excuse to not have every freaking hallway is like the same white. So I've had this conversation a million times with all my friends. I'm sick and tired of every single building looking the fucking same. So... yeah, if there's even just at least a little bit of color, that would go a long way. Although in my defense, I'm pretty sure this is like an older part of the school, or at least this little corner. I think I said newer. No, this is like an older part. So yeah. So yeah, I'm just gonna purposely make this into something different, because even if it's wrong, I don't care. I just want something different. Okay. 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 Now we can oh yeah, now we can start making this look like a thing. Alright, now let's get the brick. Dang. Sorry, I'm just kind of looking. So I just realized as well, I've not made the other gym. Yes, this school had 2 gyms, which is crazy. Alright, I guess we can just start working on that then. Because fuck it, why not? How big is this? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay, yeah, that one's still bigger. Oh, wait, but... Crap, okay, that... complicates things. Damn. Okay, I might have to move this over by like 1. Yeah, that's about right, I think, if I remember. Again, it's been like forever since I've been to freaking middle school. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah, I think this is how it was. I remember there was a random ass toilet seat right here that nobody fucking used because it was the grossest shit ever. That I definitely remember. Yeah, no, this was... This was the boys' locker room, so it was the sketchiest fucking part of the school. Actually, I'll make it one more. And then there we go. Yeah, that's where the problem lies. Because this is still the... Yeah, because this is the girls' locker room. Which I'm assuming is the same thing as the boys' in a lot of ways. Again, I've never been in here for obvious reasons. I don't think it was really much better. Said though. Yeah, next. Because yeah, there still needs to be a second gem because, well, This was the boys' gym. This was the girls' gym. Also known as the one where we did archery in, because they also flip-flopped a lot on what they could and couldn't do, so... It was one of those schools. What the hell? I'm telling you, I don't remember these tracks. Am I just a fake Minecraft fan? What the hell? Shoot the light, boy. What? What the fuck does that mean? I've never heard this part of the Minecraft soundtrack. Oh my god. What the hell? It's crazy. This is a crazy soundtrack. Okay. This was a ramp. I do remember that. Alright. Sorry, I'm sorry if I'm not talking now. I guess I'm just kind of more focused on trying to get the basic layout of the school done, because like I'm pretty sure I think I might just be getting close to being done for tonight. Although it's just kind of still weird thinking about just how much it was. Yeah, and I haven't even added detention yet. At least detention was very similar to what this looked like down here. So, yeah, and I've never been in the actual detention room, so all I know is that it was over by the stage of the here. So I'm just gonna assume this is it. Alright. I know I keep saying that a lot, but I guess I'm just I'm so tired, I'm sorry. Just trying to get this done is just ugh, you know? Especially since I'm trying to be as like detailed as I can be. It just ends up being tedious after a while. Excuse me. Also, dang, yeah, it doesn't look like anyone is joined in the VC, but that's fine. This is still fun. Oh, this is new Minecraft. This is new Minecraft music we got going on here. Goddamn. Although, if I remember, this is at least a little bit of a storage, like a storeroom, equipment. There we go. Dang, this music's starting to at least somewhat motivate me. Just crazy. Alright, so we got all that. Okay. Yeah, again, the last things I'm probably going to do in this is add the final 2 rooms over there, and then I'll call it a night. So Actually, I'm just wasting time. We gotta freaking. We gotta go! Keep moving. Just gotta keep this thing rolling. Can't just. We can't just keep slacking. We gotta keep going. Keep rolling. Keep moving. Alright. Alright, there we go. We got that. That took for frickin' ever. Okay, 2 more rooms and then I'll call it a day. Cause god freaking damn. Has this been brutal? Like, you have no idea. This has been kind of annoying trying to build all this. Oh, and yeah, by the way, I'm pretty sure there was actually another door right here, so... One, two, three, four, five, six. There we go. Yeah, this is industrial tech. the structural integrity done here. And actually, yeah, that was there. Because, well, brick. The whole outside of this was brick. Alright. And then last but not least, we got the archery club room, which again we never really used too often, but it was a thing. And then after this, I'm done for tonight, because god damn, was this actually kind of annoying. Let's make a jungle blue. I mean, if anything, if I need to make this into like the ROTC room, which is probably the more appropriate, then I will. I still call those people ROTC Nazis, though. And I'm not ashamed of it. Although, I think ROTC... They're not in middle schools, are they? I know they're in high schools, but I don't know if they're in middle school. I have to do my research on that one. Okay, we are almost firmly done with the middle school. All right, layout's done. Except, like, obviously, some of the outdoor stuff I need to make into the brick, but oh my god. Okay, let's get the signs above every single room, and then I am getting the fuck off. So... Oh, actually, yeah, I forgot. I need to put the... Okay, I'm making this. Seventh grade. Fifth grade. And then attention. And then is that even big enough for band? Whatever. Band. 8th grade. And 7th grade. And then, yeah, I'm gonna look that up. Okay, they don't, okay, it is technically in middle schools, but it is rare. Okay, then I don't know what to make this. Because I got... box. Theater. And I don't know what to make this room either. Because we didn't have a middle school choir is the thing. At least I don't think we did. Whatever, it doesn't matter. I've already got all the basic rooms I remember in the school here. Alright, well, I'm freaking done, because I'm tired. But holy shit, I got the basic layout of my middle school done, which is crazy. So, yeah, that was a lot of fun. And yeah, this is at least a good sign though that you guys should stay tuned for more streams, because I'm back. And it's actually going to be official this time. Again, I know the first couple of months of this... Wait, hold on, let me turn that off. Like, I know the first couple of months for this have been very, like, stream anemic. Yes, I did stream a couple times throughout this year so far, but I've mostly just kind of relegated it to oh yeah, let me just turn up the game a little bit. Like, I did kind of relegate it to sort of more chill, laid back streams. The first stream I did was literally City Skylines, and then like all the other streams I've done this year so far have just been me painting Warhammer stuff. Rest assured, I am going to be returning. It's just, I'm telling you guys, this year really almost broke me as far as both just with college stuff and just personal stuff. And it's just been a struggle. And so I hope everyone's at least fine with just the fact that it has been pretty stream anemic. But rest assured that I will be streaming again on Saturday. And with that, I will be streaming every other day throughout next week. Although next weekend I do have to go to Vegas for Level Up, which I'm pretty excited about. But the streaming will be returning, and I'm pretty excited about that because, oh my god, I missed it. And hopefully by the end of next month, I will start working on some more YouTube short stuff again. So stay tuned for that as well. I don't really have any sort of major Let's Plays planned right now, though I do have a couple of games that I do have in the back burner, which I'm pretty excited about to potentially, do for you guys. And yeah, it's going to be pretty fun. And I am more than willing to continue building in Minecraft, especially since, just look at this world right here. There's just so much real estate we can use that I definitely want to take advantage of it. But that's going to be it for tonight. I hope you guys did, in fact, enjoy this. And if you guys did and you want to support the content, of course, you guys can hit the follow button and the bell icon over on Twitch. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit the subscribe and the bell icon over there as well. While you guys are at it, make sure you guys share the stream to others and continue to be awesome in the process. If you want to directly support me, you can hit the subscribe button over on Twitch. If you can't necessarily do that, that's completely fine. I'm just glad the guys took your time to watch this. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good night, and peace out. Bye.